Hi everyone, this is Rahman speaking. Welcome back with another video. So I just realized over the years that there are a lot of movies that we celebrate for crossing 10 years, 20 years, and even 30 years. Most of the time it happens for successful movies, but today I wanted to talk about a movie that I genuinely feel that had a lot of potential but failed 10 years ago. And yes, I'm talking about Soundarya Rajinikanth's Kochadaiyaan. Kochadaiyaan is a very ambitious movie in Indian cinema. It is the first motion capture Indian movie in history. This tag itself makes this film stand among the most prestigious movies ever made in India. Directed by Soundarya Rajinikanth and written by K.S. Ravikumar, Kochadaiyaan features an ensemble cast of actors including Rajinikanth, Deepika, Padukone, Shobana, Sarathkumar, Nassar, and much more. Kochadaiyaan is a historical action film that tells the story of a warrior who seeks revenge against a jealousy king who killed his father. With a strong screenplay, fantastic performances, and a masterful background score and album by Rahman, Kochadaiyaan has a well-built base. The characters were well established throughout the story and the dialogues were really well written. The film had the right script to project itself as an epic historical film in Indian cinema history, even before Bahubali. Rahman's contribution should be lauded for being a pillar of strength for the film. It also gives the interest to revisit the film years after. I have to admit that this film has really great songs that will win hearts for the mesmerizing tunes, and I personally have them close to my heart. Then why did Kochadaiyaan fail? Kochadaiyaan is somehow a very important film in Rajinikanth's career because it came after a very long sabbatical. After the phenomenal success of Indiran, Rajinikanth has been involved in the making of an epic action film called Rana under the direction of K.S. Ravikumar. But due to Rajinikanth's sudden illness in 2011, the film was dropped. After recovering from his illness, instead of making a live-action epic film, Rajinikanth and his daughter decided to launch Kochadaiyaan, a motion capture picture, while calling it the prequel of the dropped Rana. Soundarya eventually fulfilled her wish to direct her father through Kochadaiyaan after failing to do so with Sultan the Warrior. And yes, I do remember watching the teaser of Sultan the Warrior as a kid and I was super hyped. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. The film got dropped. 4 years without a Rajinikanth film was definitely a hard period for Rajini fans. This eventually shaped up as a humongous hype for Kochadaiyaan since it was touted as Rajinikanth's comeback film and a magnum opus film beyond the scale of Indiran, and that too before Bahubali. I can easily recall my eagerness to watch Kochadaiyaan. Back in the days, I was making a lot of posters for Kochadaiyaan and I was listening to the songs repeatedly every single day. Hey, let's be frank, it's a Rajini film and that too animated. Two of my most favorite things of my childhood coming together. Unfortunately, Kochadaiyaan couldn't meet fans' humongous expectations. The film was downgraded by a very low quality visual animations which clearly didn't work at all among the fans, including me. The animations were of a video game level which affected the watchability of the film and potentially left it as a forgettable experience, even though there was a lot of hard work behind its making and a lot of good elements to retain. Kochadaiyaan became a big flop and fans never spoke about it in the later years. I personally feel today that Kochadaiyaan is an effort that should be lauded. Unlike the usual typical Indian movies, Kochadaiyaan is an ingenious attempt to bring Indian cinema to a higher standard. Kochadaiyaan is an ambition. It's a dream. It's an applause-worthy effort. The film needed a much bigger investment considering the scale of the project. Plus, Indian cinema was relatively new to the motion capture technology. So in a way, it needed a considerable amount of time in order to properly polish up the animation and make it more convincing. I'm sure just like many Rajini fans out there, if Kochadaiiyaan was released as a live action movie, it would have been termed as Indian cinema's greatest pearl, and it would have been also a pioneer for historical dramas in Indian cinema. I'm making this video to applaud Soundarya and her team for making this innovative attempt in Indian cinema. Kochadaiiyaan is a film that I personally feel deserves a lot more love for the effort and intention behind. I personally feel that Kochadaiiyaan deserves a lot more love for stepping in a zone that Indian cinema hasn't entered back in the days. Kochadaiiyaan reminds me of so many good old memories of me being really excited to watch an animated Rajinikanth movie. Kochadaiiyaan might have failed in 2014, but today in 2024, it has a lot of potential to be made as a live action movie or even a web series, and why not a video game? Well, the film hinted a sequel. Why not a sequel with the advanced motion capture technology? This time much better, much grander. Let's give it a second chance for this epic. What do you think so?